Charlie wanted me to explain to you folks how we came about the clues for this year's game. So I'm going to go through the 6 clues for you. I'm going to tell you how we broke it all down. These clues are best viewed on our website and not the Facebook page, which is walkerconeparlor.com. The answer to the question is the city of Banjul, which is in the country of the Gambia in Africa. I'm going to go through the clues quickly, read them out, and then go over how we thought this stuff out. The first clue, and always remember, not everything you read may mean what you think. Clue number 1 was the place is located in a warmer climate than we are used to. The country is divided into 48 contiguous zones. Like the United States, Gambia has 13 provinces that are divided into 48 contiguous zones. We did that so we can confuse people from the beginning and start folks thinking about the United States and trying to focus their thinking into Florida. That was the idea. Also, on the first clue, best seen on our website, you will see that it's surrounded by random numbers. These numbers were actually the longitude and latitude of the country. If typed into Google, they would have given you the capital city and you would have solved it in the first clue. The second clue reads, in the 90s, when we were a space powerhouse, NASA could use this space to land the Enterprise. This was an attempt to play off of Star Trek, but it also, we wanted you to know that in the country of Gambia, NASA had put an emergency landing strip. So if you would have typed up places where the space shuttle could have landed, that would have given you a clue. I'm solving that one. The third clue is that he is in a strange place, where if you walk east into the deep blue waters, but any other direction, you will meet the people of the same neighbor. Gambia is surrounded by Senegal on 3 sides, and on the 4th side is the Atlantic Ocean. So if you go east, you walk into the ocean. Any other direction, you would meet your neighbor, people from Senegal. Clue 4. When he vacationed in Maryland, his wife went shopping in Georgetown. She could also travel south to Fort James and more. But in 1996, she couldn't shop in Georgetown again. There's a Georgetown in the Gambia, and Fort James is also in the Gambia. Actually, if you'd have typed in Fort James, it would have narrowed down your list pretty quickly. In 1996, the city of Georgetown name was changed. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his new name. All right, so up to clue 5. It reads, it was late when he left Trenton going to Newark, knowing he had to get to her sister before meeting the setting sun, somewhat south and east. All right, so the idea here was, whose sister were we talking about? Had you typed in Newark's sister cities, you would have gotten a list of 13 cities across the world, one of them being Banjul in the Gambia. Also, the clue told you somewhat south and east. In order to meet the setting sun going east, you had to get there before the sun rose, which will give you some idea of how far you had to go. So, we'll go to the last clue and move on. All right, so that brings us down to clue number 6, the final clue. Okay, and it reads, Santa spends a lot of time over the continent of Asia because of its size. Going to the smallest part of the necks may be a roundabout way to travel, but unlike the last question, you will be chasing the setting sun. And I also wanted to know what the capital of the area was. I chose that clue. I thought it was the easiest out of all of them. Asia is the largest continent. I wanted you to go to the smallest part of the next, which would have been the next largest continent, which would be Africa. The smallest country in Africa is the Gambia. And the capital city of the Gambia is Banjul. And Banjul was the answer of this year. So we'll try again next year and we'll probably up the prize. Thanks for playing.